Some teams have been leaving the Fury open. Yeah, they banned the Kalista.
Exactly right.
I thought they would play for Kalista first pick. I guess they could ban the Fury, but Skarner is something that Hammerlife would first pick over that. I feel like they would just first pick Skarner no matter what. Neferi, ooh, Peanut Skarner. Or Zeus Jace. Okay, the reason I'm surprised they went Jace is because Rumble's open as well. I thought they would trade Jace Rumble.
See if they want to
and
go
just take Skarner. But I guess Zeus Jace is Zeus Jace.
Which has historically done
I mean, the Jace is 100% going top.
Rumble.
I mean, I feel like Hammerlife, there's 3 main champs on 2-3 are Skarner, Azir, Ashe.
Of course, that,
I think they value those champs really highly. Okay, Azir denial, nice. Now I think Zeka gravitates towards like Talias and Corkis. They could do Corki Maokai and be disgusting. Or they could go Talia and pick Ashe. Or they could just take Skarner and Zeka just play like Akali or something later on in the draft and drop him. Okay, they go Talia. What do you got? What do you got, Sweet Peanut? Sinzao. Wow, very high Sinzao, bro. Katie's cooking. Yeah. I feel like Katie like a really good engaged support. Peanut's fighting. MF Ben, nice. I mean, now you're looking at Jin, Ezreal, Corki. Kaisa is not the best for both teams, I think. It's like fine. I feel like the other ADs are better. There's not much dive. Leona Ben.
But it does kind of lean towards they're probably not going to be picking
I guess
up
they were
the
scared of Ezreal Leona.
Yeah.
I feel like KT needs Rel. Nautilus Ben helps Rakan. They take the Ezreal, nice. I feel like they could use Sukaisa Rakan if they want. Or they could do Corki Rakan. Or they could do Jin Rakan. They run into Poppy on 5, but I think it's okay. They could do Xayah Rakan, but I don't know if I like that. Could take away Rel. Actually, taking away Rel is not the worst either. Kaisa Rel. Alright, Peter, what you got for me? Have you got like a Karma or some shit, or like a Poppy? Or you got like an Alistar? What you got? Who won draft? I would say KT's probably pretty happy with this draft. Thank you guys so much for 500,000 subscribers. I appreciate you all a ton. If you're not subscribed, make sure you click it now, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the video.
Stands out.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of like KT's draft. I kind of like it.
Pretty good matchup for the Talia, though.
I see the enemy team is HLE Zeus on Jace, and I'm like,
was one of those
does it matter?
That we weren't necessarily throw a lot of
BDD's
these
on his OTP. Absolute OTP.
Misses that
with Cuz, and very far up the lane is Zeus. He may be in trouble.
Oh,
that Harpoon missing could be a big deal, as Cuz gonna get booped back, throws the rock, gets the flash.
When in doubt, gank Zeus. So Jace goes spot, I guess. Jace saves TP. This is really good for Hammerlife, no? How funny would it be if the mid brush caught fire and they have to pause? Yeah, Zeus base was a bit delayed. But he's Barak. I don't think Zeus can TP. Impossible for Jace to TP. If he TPs, his game is lost.
First grub does go down. Peanut should be able to grab the second one pretty comfortably as Delight's going to move over. There's the flash out as Peanut makes his way in the Weaver's Wall.
Another flash.
Deliver Zeka to the area. Flash out from Peter as well as the seismic shove has to be avoided with a headbutt. And so Peter knows that he is just going to go down. That's first blood going over the Viper of all. Last grub.
HLE are clean, man.
Will still be this
Zeus lost a lot of minions in XP to cancel Azir base and getting swapped on.
Ooh, it sucks for him.
It sucks for him a lot.
Can see on the minimap when you watch this replay,
but his team's winning, so worth. He's up in CS still. Yeah, but he was up like 15 CS. Now he's only up like 6. And he's behind XP.
Cooldown issues as he's just gonna get on in here. Zeus in a bit of trouble. He's burning down.
Holy fuck! That cover from the bot lane was perfect. Oh, it's such a good read. What a good read by Hammerlife. Jesus. I mean, it's not even a read, to be honest. They kind of just swapped top 5 grub, swap bot, fight Drake. And they were just kind of gifted that play. Maybe just a bad play by KT. Well, this Kaisa is fucking fed.
This is our angle. We're gonna trap them here. They probably didn't necessarily expect they were gonna full commit, but because they did, they get those kills. They get the dragon as well, plus the grubs.
Well, there's a double pulverize here from Peter, because if at first you don't succeed, you just go for it again. Cuz drives in, misses Delight on that one, and they look for Peanut. They are going to be able to pick him up there.
Give it to Azir. I love how everyone stops and gives it to BDD Azir. They have to, I think. Static shift Kaisa, I guess they have perma bot push. They swapped again here, KT. Can't lose for Zeus Jace if you don't play for Zeus Jace. Oh well, KT got 2 grubs maybe. Smite fight.
Should be able to grab this.
Oh, yoinkies. Peanut didn't even smite.
It was KT
Why
not
didn't
really
he rumble
being
the
able
wave?
to do
No, he
anything.
rumbled it.
Right now, it's a defensive
Nice.
equalizer as well.
His tower got a bit blasted.
Let's see whether Zekka
What
is
the
going
fuck
to be
did Zekka
okay.
just
It
do?
looks like the answer is
Why is Zeus not using his T1 skin?
One dragon.
You know, for a second there I thought it's not out yet, but then I realized that he has two. I don't know, he always likes his J skin. He's always played this J skin. I would love to know what the most selling world skin is.
Right now, they're looking for a pincer
Holy
maneuver.
fuck, Kaisa Q upgrade.
Shows himself though, and he does a lot of damage. As Doctor trying to offer what he can. Peanut.
Alistar just took 2 Kaisa Qs and he's out the fight.
They once again find themselves milling about. And
how is Kaisa level 11?
Now Zeus throws out the shot.
What's the most popular Faker skin? What does he have? He has Rise.
He is. Seismic Shove is going to be avoided.
Oh,
the
sidestep.
Comes
Clean.
out, but doesn't hit anyone, and Viper is extremely fed. Rift Herald coming into the mid lane here as well as Peter looks for the trample. Zeus in a little bit of trouble here, and he will be going down. Doctom getting his first
2 plays
kill
at the same time.
of the game.
A little bit
Ari,
overzealous there
yeah, but
for
Ari's
HLE,
on Worlds, is it? I feel like
Humble
Humble Life is the best team at playing on 2 lanes.
So his turret is all but dead. So it's almost a 1 for 3 turrets. Top turret goes down, bottom, or sorry,
they're so good at playing on 2 lanes.
Well, here is the Weaver's Wall. Doctom doesn't have a lot of mana, but he has enough to Arcane Shift.
Talented mid laner, one of our best.
Yep, it's absolutely the case as the Mega Blast Cone going
Ooh,
to get
flashes
a flash.
very early there.
As Peter is able to force that one out of Peanut. Nicely done. Having Peter and Peanut in the same game is kind of frustrating.
Yes.
Because they sound really similar. Speaking of Peanut, he's going to get pulverized by Peter. He looked for a little bit of an engage here. As you can see, Perfect does still have the equalizer. They are in a choke point.
Nice
Press
chunk.
the equalizer.
Ooh.
There it is.
Oh, BDD.
Under 2 and KT. They found a proactive play for BDD.
Oh my god, Viper is spacing their fucking... What?
Now in the
is Viper built different or what? He like clicked the wall to stand still to dodge the Skarner ulti. Viper's like last auto to finish his ear was just shot. And as it was shot, he's already ulting to the left. Was crazy. Talia ult is kinda OP, not gonna lie.
Peter going for some more plays. Peter and Peanut fighting once again, frustratingly enough, as the Flame Spitter will burn him down. Doctom with a
Otacon does go over and a lot of...
Hey, if you
they might lose their tower here. Wait, their tier 1 mid is dead.
Yeah, it's 100% ult time.
Oh yeah.
What the hell is going on?
They're going to lose. It looks in control.
Playable
and
for
it's
KT.
Backfiring. Maybe a little bit more
The problem is
subtle.
Drake's in 1 minute.
Rest of KT now in position to go for something. Weaver's Wall just to break this one
wall
up.
to finish.
Not electing to go over it, but he can just
like
move
Cuz
in
can
if he
steal
wants
that.
to. It's going to be the steal from Cuz. And Peanut down pretty low now as well.
Wait, Humble Life's kind of throwing.
Ultimate right at the last second.
If they can kill Sinzao, they can force Baron here, KT.
Oh my god, Cuz. Big.
Oh my god, HLE's gonna lose.
And in fact, KT,
oh my god, HLE's gonna lose.
Now he's able to help grab another kill.
Are they getting mega outscaled or what? They're so outranged. They are so outranged. The only person that can match their range is Jace. Ezreal, Rumble, Azir, Skarner, gap close. Did Genji break Humble Life? Is that it? Are we done?
Also starting to hit. I mean, he's on 3 items now.
Yeah, Weaver's Wall.
No flash on Perfect. Why didn't they commit on him?
Peter has found Peanut once again, though.
Yeah, it's lost for HLE. Lost.
Onto Viper. Zekka is incredibly low.
Just ult him. Oh, he missed. What the fuck, Cuz?
He's almost just dead. It's a
Viper's
beautiful
cooked.
arcane shift, though. Doctom will get
is he cooked?
charged.
Oh my god, Viper's alive somehow. Oh my god, Viper! What? He did so much work. Peanut's just running in a straight line. Peanut! Wait, they won that fight? Is Viper just a maniac or what? How did he play that for so long? What on earth? Wait, are they gonna end top? Is that it? No, they can't end top. They can't end top, can they? They have got 5 grubs though. 20 seconds from tier 3. 15 more like. Peanuts on wolves. Holy shit, Viper is ridiculous. Viper's positioning was crazy.
So late to arrive to this fight. Zekka survives so narrowly here. If he dies, this fight looks completely different. And to watch Viper.
Oh, another impalement.
Dives on Ezreal. Ease and stealth. Full combo Zhonya's. Flashes the harpoon, gets autos out to get E up, stealths, kills the Rumble. I would love to see that fight from KT's perspective. I want to see how much like Kaisa's like invisible fucking with them. He had the Zhonya's chat, he had the Zhonya's, he had nothing left. So his chat sometimes is complete rot. If he didn't stop watch, he would have pented. Bro, he had nothing. What do you have to do?
In full health here.
It's better to Zhonya's, get cooldowns, and then play your flash than it is to flash with no cooldowns and then Zhonya's.
But also in this game,
this chat would die 1v1 to a training dummy. Some people in this chat would die, 100%. Wait, they used everything on Peanut. The Drake. Oh my god, he stole it with W! What? I don't know what Viper just did. He is completely fucked.
But now he's out of position. The pulverize is good. It is the mid laner going down for KT, but the rest of the team is fighting well.
No flash Skarner. Look at the base, look at the base.
Zeka is now the carry.
Nexus Tower's respawn.
Going to be relying on that. And Zeus,
the guy, the observer with the mouse. No flash, perfect.
Is also exploding.
Nice timing from D-Light.
Utilized this time by Perfect, who wants to try and kill him. Cuz
they get double inhibitor.
Forward, but they have such a fantastic.
I feel like both junglers are inting. So look at Peanut here. He just W's the Drake and gets it. What the fuck? I don't know why Viper ulted here. This was absolute inf. If he had vision on Ezreal, it makes sense, you know. But I think he lost vision on Ezreal as he ulted and then he just stood there. Rumble looks like a fucking brokey with those items. Oh my god. He's completely broke. No flash, no Zhonya's, 2 items. Look at Jay's items.
Is Dr. I'm taking some more skill shots, as we can see. Peanut
flash knock up from Peanut.
On top of the Ezreal, Arcane Shift, gets
Viper, what you thinking?
Not quite doing enough here. Fatally right now, Seismic Shove is good on
Wait, Zeka's dead. Oh, nice flash.
Has to flash
don't do it, Viper.
Oh,
he did it!
And he does go down. Now Viper getting into the backline. I don't know about
what
this
a psychopath.
One, he's still able to get these autos off. Supercharger to make sure he's in the right position, because he's going to get eviscerated. And KT,
I respect it. Holy fuck.
He
ulted over the red buff wall because he thought if he hit from here he would be safe, and he was. But Ezreal actually eat over as he did it, which was even better. So he was actually 1v1 with Ezreal.
In the bottom lane, and Hanwha took it back.
Okay, Hanwha, Peanut, you are disgusting.
Oh, yeah.
Almost lost the game for the team twice.
Like KT had found an angle.
Almost lost the game twice.
They didn't, because the Nexus goes down. HLE now
you little rat. That was a good game though. PDD is here, man. Any Gwen bans. Any Gwen bans. This patch is so dog shit, by the way. I'm just gonna say it. This patch sucks ass. It sucks fat fucking ass cheeks. This patch 15.6 is complete shit. Fucking worst patch of the year. Why the fuck are Gwen and Neferi permabanned? How did they even get onto live with those fucking changes? Pro play stuck on this fucking patch that they had to nerf them on one patch later, but they couldn't just fucking hotfix this OP garbage. Why the fuck are they giving them Gwen? Absolute insanity of a champ. This person in chat says Gwen OTP enjoying life. Well, you can enjoy it for one patch, buddy. Then you're fucking gone.
It's a very easy
call,
I think, here.
Wow. Wow, Telis Serenata just like that?
Things get very tricky.
Why? Just go Ashy Nico. Ashy Nico. Why do I feel like Hamulife's getting out-drafted? Are you cooking something here on 3?
I do like
Sylas on 3 goes kind of crazy, actually. Is Sylas good with Gwen ult? Okay, Sylas Wukong. What could BDD play here? This is a really hard 2-3. I mean, Yone, I feel like some kind of Yone... Yone Sedge is out. Skarner's out. Yone's banned. Oh my god, they're gonna Nidalee Jace or Nidalee Tristana. Jace is out. I mean, you need an AD mid here. It's gotta be Jace or Smolder. And then I think on 5, Zeus is just gonna slam Jax.
Really kind of,
you gotta go Smolder, I think.
Yeah, maybe something
or
like
Tristana,
that.
yeah,
but that's not happening. Yeah. All right, BDD, where are we going?
Ooh, I think the problem is no matter what you pick, Jax on 5 is kind of nice here. Jax on 5 is so Ooh, I'm Bessa into Gwen, really.
Right now, the greatest top laner of all time, and for team fighting was a
what is this paper comp? I don't know. Hamulife's comp is definitely like bro, this music, I love this music, but this tower pinging sound is so jarring. I don't know if you guys can hear it as well, but it is so fucking jarring, this tower pinging sound. I actually like KT's draft more. I'm gonna keep it real. I feel like KT has like
he couldn't hit an impale,
the only
but he's 100%
like jungle matchup for KT is super winning.
Nailed. Look at that.
Mid matchup for KT is like solid early.
Level 1 a little bit more annoying for Zeus.
I just don't know how Tristana is gonna enter BF sword base because I guess Sylas burst is annoying. Bot matchup I think is KT favored. The only thing I don't like is that Cuz is starting topside. I don't like that Cuz is starting topside. Oh, they're winning that matchup. Holy shit. Maybe if you're just... surely they'll lose this lane eventually, right? Don't they just get poked?
Yeah, almost felt like a waste, but...
Man, Hammerlife smashing this
matchup. The thing about
matchup.
Ashe into Kalista is because of her slows, it makes Kalista so
maybe they just think if they're just that good, that doesn't matter what they get countered with.
But when you have Peter...
Oh dear. Okay, handshake going to go straight through as Peter does manage to snare them. And also the Blooming Burst doing some work there.
I guess bone plating versus Nico makes sense, right?
Bailout now down, but it's on to Viper, and that's going to mean that Delight has
Game
to
is won for KT.
First blood
I'm telling you.
Excellently baited as well.
Some needlework here towards the bottom side as the ulti to come out from Zeus. Let's see whether he can actually win this one. As the extra healing.
Now I can win it when it's down.
So a trade of ultimates, and now...
She had R3 when he ulted on her.
Okay, Zeus
yeah,
still
Zeus.
wanting more. He's landing all these buttons. One more, and the
oh
flash
my god, perfect. No.
You saw that.
Oh no, perfect. Oh man, perfect. He was so upset about that.
Right, and I think that's why he was frustrated.
Who the fuck plays Ashe with no skin? That looks disgusting.
Delight has no sums. But BDD is turned up, and Delight is once again in trouble. Another kill
he
comes
W'd
forward.
Viper before he died.
That's the decoy that they're fighting for the moment, and KT is going to be okay with this. Zeka with a buster shot now.
The serrated Dirk Tristana.
Flash.
Okay, not bad.
Yeah, cuz.
Oh my god, what? How did he react to that?
Zeka very, very close to falling down there.
How did Zeka react to that spear?
Also misses that cannon.
Hello?
Yeah, that is
what?
Advantage.
There was no vision on Italy, right?
As okay, Arrow going to connect here onto Peanut. A Cyclone comes in and Cuz has to flash away the Pop Blossom. A little
Holy
bit
fuck,
disjointed,
Viper is just sending it on them.
Now the spears
I want to see the
coming
replay of that
in.
spear on Zeka. What the fuck? I love how he just runs in a straight line to dodge the spear.
Just teleported. And spear
oh my god, he's so... You're such a cocky motherfucker, Zeka. It's crazy. Lethality Kalista. Is that how Kalista is winning this matchup into Ashe? She's going Q-Max Lethality? Yeah, he's playing Lethality Q-Max Kalista. I guess they don't really have any tanks, so it'll do pretty well, though. I mean, he's Zeus, he can do whatever the fuck he wants.
Really making sure that he gets the cannon. You love to
oh
see
my
that.
god!
Whoa!
Wait, that was his teammate. Oh my god!
Yes, it was. So that's why he had to
oh my god, I was so confused. Okay, what's coming from Zeka?
That could have been really confusing because he's like, oh, but the Ashe is on my team, so
yeah, what the fuck? That fries me for a second as well.
He's not as silly as I am. Needlework landing onto Zeka here on the top side of the map as there's a teleport in as well. Peter's moving over.
Oh my god, that's right!
Using their flash, but can he avoid the rest of it?
How did both side laners flash the S arrow?
Still going to be this turret falling lower and lower. And remember, this is 5 grubs for KT. Docdom
no flash. Oh, Delight.
Sidesteps, he's still dead. As once again, Docdom out of position.
I wonder how strong this Lethality
Dragon
Kalista
was
is.
never going to be something they could take there.
Yeah, Docdom's been pretty disappointing.
If Zeka doesn't flash that arrow, he also dies.
I'm telling you, chat, KT Diable would go crazy. All they need is like a solid support and change top lane.
Potential turret take here.
I think Cuz and BD are pretty solid. They're championship winning players.
But if they had stayed, Peanut just carries that as BDD.
What the fuck?
Oh dear. Well, Peter is
wait, who was catching who there?
There's an angle.
Yeah, spear is going to connect gorgeously. Here towards
I feel like a few things are happening for KT that shouldn't be happening.
Color commentary.
Like I looked at this draft and I was like, oh yeah, their mid jungle's pretty good against theirs, sure. But I thought Gwen would beat Ambessa and I thought Ashe Nico would beat Kalista Renata and not get like, and they wouldn't be like this useless.
Going to be a big win for him. Nice angle.
But I guess Lethality Kalista Q-Max has won the lane.
Now for BDD.
And this one is just Zeus, so...
You got the teleport from Zeus. Just kind of stick around the Herald, but don't commit.
And now Delight finds himself in an awkward spot. Fate's Call has to be traded for the arrow. Good arrow that time.
Keeps Renata healthy.
From Docdom. And
Drake's up in 30 seconds.
KT
maybe Renata needs to base before Drake anyway, though.
Very well at
nope, Renata is not basing.
Where they can just hard engage. Because
they're just dropping mid-wave and giving it to Sylas so that they can sit in a bush.
Have their own engage, but
or they can dive bot.
Just out. And they
this is actually quite crazy for Hammerlife. What the fuck?
Walking forward
their tempo is completely fucked here, Hammerlife. They need the base.
You will have to show up, and that's going to be potentially in this next Dragon fight.
I feel like the Nidalee can cook a bit here.
Ooh, Arrow going to be flying into Delight here, looking to try and get another Fate's Call, but that's on cooldown, so Delight is just dead.
Yeah.
Peter's the one that actually picks up another great
KT
pick.
wins this, man.
They've got that single target, and they keep finding Delight
their champs are good.
Vision up.
Hammerlife need like a good 5v5 with like Sylas and Bessa diving the carries, right? But it's really hard to get because they have so much. They have like Ashe Hawk shots, they have like Nidalee traps everywhere. They have like Nico throwing clones in every bush. They're getting speared in their faces. It's so hard to just fight.
What KT want to be able to do is
Renata's job in this game is really hard.
So that they find the mark, and KT setting themselves up. Zeka now with that explosive charge on him.
Oh, Zeus just sent it. Oh my god.
Pop Blossom going to be used, and BDD trying to get himself over.
Zeka takes the pop plus back. Peanuts 1 HP. Viper's cooked. Zeka's cooked. Oh, the reset on Zeka. Gets it. Doesn't win it. Yeah, it's win for KT. Win for KT. Dogtime is just chilling, and the mid jungle are just carrying. Really nice Nico by Peida. Really nice Nico. Man, I feel like Wukong and Renata just can't join the game, you know? I feel like the game is just too... It's just not the right game for them. It's too much poke, range, and fucking face check. These champs suck at that.
Unable to really find too many angles
glowing.
here,
this is their way of displaying
Atakan. Flying in, the spears flying in as well. Cuz looking for another one. I
think Hammerlife's cooked. The only thing that Hammerlife has that is like strong is Ambessa. But I think Ambessa,
I mean, they don't have a lot of range. He's looking for some poke, but I really feel like you need to just win the fight off of your teammates' engage.
This game is so hard for Renata Wukong. Oh my god.
Trying to poke away
it's a horror draft.
The Edge of Night's going to be helpful into this composition,
like
don't get me wrong, but I don't think
best thing you can do is just engage. Just W over wall, E ult, and just hope something good happens.
Not
because he just can't play the game right now.
Being aggressive,
I mean, if he hits BDD with that arrow and Zeus lands his ult, they probably win the fight, but that's not going to happen.
For the speed up as well. Remember, the public execution going to be such a big deal, and BDD already just jumping on in.
Zeus is getting flashed on.
Locking down the Drake. KT, though, they're looking for this Ambessa, who's just thrown around like a ragdoll.
Oh, nice by Peida. Nice by Peida. Nice by Peida.
The good news for Pushed End, they've got enough minions here.
Wait, is it an end? What?
Okay,
no way can end, right?
Let's not get overly enthusiastic.
Wait, what? It said he had Tristana ult. How is he Nico ulting?
It's just not enough to actually take anyone down. The first Nexus Tower falls. Peanut.
Yeah, I think
wait, if Nico turns into Tristana and Sylas ults the Tristana who's Nico, it shows that he has Tristana ult even though it's Nico's? Is that just how that works? KT's getting me quite excited, not gonna lie.
I think there's a high
I'm kinda excited. It would be an ungodly throw by KT to lose this. Something feels off here.
When you don't have vision,
obviously it looks fine for KT, they're chilling really hard, but I just feel it, you know, I just have that feeling that something's gonna go wrong.
It's so hard to actually make a play, but I do
it's so hard for anything to go wrong though. Kalista and Sylas are fucking useless right now. Gumayushi is on the starting roster for T1 versus DRX today. Is that good news or bad news? Well, as far as I know, Smash was supposed to start, but then the higher-ups from T1 stepped in and said no, start Gumayushi.
So I think Han will have to be super careful about it, because
so yeah, it's a bit of a weird topic.
He's big damage.
It literally says, I have requested that Gumayushi be part of the starting lineup as a result.
Not on this
vision cleared
out. You give my opinion, I'm just giving you the facts of what happened.
Here. Look at how blind Hanwha are trying to find an angle.
Oh, that arrow's good.
Arrow is going to connect onto
oh, that arrow's good.
Blow him up or attempt to, but he goes golden. I just don't know whether he's going to be able to get out the hostile takeover. It almost actually gets him out of it, but now the fight has been engaged. The pop blossom is decent.
Oh, he chained him, but he has no Zhonya's or. Holy fuck, the damage from KT is crazy. Oh, BDD is beautiful. Wait, Viper's alive, what? I knew something was brewing! I knew something was brewing! I knew something was brewing! I knew something could fucking KT! I knew these fucking rats would throw!
And Viper,
I knew something was brewing, man!
Kalista, he's still lethal, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my god, there's no way KT just lost Baron. What do you do as Kalista? Do you start selling items and going on hit now? This could have been a KT 2-0. Yeah, it could have. Viper is just crazy or what?
Good, I guess.
I do think that if... Nah, Hammerlife aren't going to win this game, right? Like, but it's just this absolute fucking... absolute criminal game that they're winning.
Beautifully done. And now KT,
but the signs for Hammerlife are not... Oh, Kalista ult? It's on cooldown.
Picked up outside of the Baron as hostile takeover is not going to be
enough. The signs for Hammerlife are not good, man. I feel like the last two games, Viper's had to completely 1v9 for them to win the game. While his team's making so many random mistakes.
So KT still in the driver's seat. They still have a gold lead. And the arrow is going to sail through and lock down Dogtime.
Peanut, what are we doing? Like, how are you expecting to kill him there?
Cannot do anything.
How are you expecting to kill him there?
Peanut, Nexus turrets.
Zeka and Peanut are laughing. They know that this game is completely cooked, but somehow...
All right,
Dogtime, you're by yourself.
What the fuck was that Mikhail's, bro? Why did you do that?
Just get out of there.
There was no one on the stream.
This was like, is that once
again? It was already halfway through duration and no one was there.
That happened before.
Guys, Peanut's not here yet. Oh my god.
Perfect throwing out the needle
down.
That's pretty good. Gives some vision.
That's good.
Perfect now just not going to have his ultimate.
Perfect's like No ult Gwen now for Drake.
A little bit weird. I mean, it was quite comical.
Face checking into KT's champs is a nightmare, though.
Die, and then they almost lose the game, but there's no
Why did
minions,
Zeka take
and
mid
still have a chance. They have
that must be
Baron
Nico,
as
right?
well on these,
the
this
fuck's he gonna do?
coming through for 30 more seconds to try to get some
meow at them?
Dragon's up in 5 seconds, and KT are not on it. They want to win a fight first.
And it's Infernal Soul once again. Zeus looking for a bit of an
it
angle.
Must be Nico ult spectator bug.
Gets a shield.
I mean, hey,
oh my god, they got
what
the fuck? They got tracked to Drake. What? How did they get to the dragon?
That's still a
How did they get to the dragon?
It's still going to be very hard to stay on this dragon, but they do.
How are they ever allowed to get there?
Because
just
really
flip it.
To try and land this
flip
fight.
it.
Remember, there's a rend.
It is Nico. Oh my! They just got Infernal Soul.
Do too much, but they get the Infernal Soul still.
He just knocked Zeus out to save him.
Saves his own life as Peter trying to get in there. One with the
Viper.
Pop Blossom, but it's not quite enough. Still BDD free hitting over the wall. It's a double for Perfect, who goes golden, and now Zeus gonna be taken down. BDD.
Bro, I don't know what the fuck just happened in this last 5 minutes of the game. But it is pure illness.
May have just brought us to a game 3.
You're not
sure, like Zeka is 7k gold down and he never showed up.
I think there's a pretty even higher statistical likelihood KT wins the game from here.
There is a high chance that if this Nexus explodes, KT will have an opportunity to go to a game 3. That is likely happening, and in fact, it is. KT with their first win of 2025.
Give
what
so
the
many
fuck?
Of these dragons to Han.
I feel like Zeus was playing pretty well this game, though.
I think Han gone. The
Yone ban
gone
against Zeka. Nice. Ari ban against BDD. Solid. He's running out of champions now. Talia Azir is out. Tristana's out. Ari's out. Yone is out. BDD's looking at like Orianna now. Or Corki, actually. He might be looking at. I wonder if Corki prio is very high. Poppy ban, Vi ban. Sejuani is quite a high prio pick for both junglers. Sejuani, Corki. Varus is open still.
Taking a bit of a hit.
Okay, they ban the Corki from BDD. Nice. Now you must ban Varus here, surely. I think you flipped in a Fury.
I think with a Vi ban,
I think giving Viper Varus is a horror.
I still think it's a safe
I would
call
flip it
to
versus
ban
Peanut.
I will leave it up.
They banned Aurora.
I mean, Vi has been one of the better
you gotta take Varus, right?
That's why the 80
Aurora's normally good against like Sylas Yone. But I thought they would go Orianna, KT. I think Sejuani is quite strong, Orianna's quite strong, Jarvan's quite strong.
It really feels like a champion as well, that there is a Fury. So I'm really happy to see this.
So what does Peanut have into the Fury?
Personally, because I just feel like it's
Sejuani. Yeah.
I think
good.
locking down a pretty strong
now he has to match
jungle
sounds
good. This is cool because now if you want
to
grab
or
the
Kasante,
which is you're gonna lose the
I feel
Rel.
like Gnar is not it though.
The Rel is so plays
but
with
it is
the
perfect comfort,
so you have
isn't it?
To choose which one you want.
Is there a power pick
they don't
open?
Have to play Gnar. Go for Kasante. Put the Kasante.
The only engaged supports left are Rel, Nautilus,
I like it actually because there's a lot of damage coming out of the jungle.
And I feel like KT needs an engaged support. Whereas Hammerlife's a bit more fine. Brown ban from KT is good.
It can be hard to run.
They ban Akali.
Unless you're able to outrange.
So they are looking at like
KT
Orianna
not
probably.
representing that much range. You can see the
It's
Akali
good to target Zeka, I think. They have Sejuani, melee mids are open, or Akali,
A lot
that's
of his champions are also
free
gone.
ban.
Yeah, Rel ban.
Leona, Brown, Not.
The Leona, which can be a big problem.
You know, I think Galio could work for Hammerlife.
Galio
could kind of work, depends on what they blind on for.
And Braum is really good into the Fury.
But I feel like Zeka's pick here, knowing Zeka, is he will go Victor. He will just pick Victor. Okay, Leona's the only champ open here for engage. They'll probably go Victor Leona if they don't take Leona here. Well, now I guess the Light has to cook something.
A pick that we often see in the Leona across.
I guess they will go like
the years is not
Victor plus something.
Here necessarily.
What's good into Leona?
Bard could be an option just because they do have
Bard could be an
Misfortune.
option, actually. That's a good shout.
Yeah.
Could play Shen as well.
It's going to be Pantheon locked in
Pantheon
first.
support. Okay, that's fucking psychotic.
And now we're.
I feel like when Zeka gets pushed into these games, he just goes Victor.
It is going to be the support Pantheon. There's the Rise.
Rise.
I was going to say you could go for anything that's.
But BDD will play a mage into it probably. Unless he's going to go Cassio here. Does Cassio kind of cook here? Anivia cooks quite hard here as well, I think. Anivia Cassio could do a bit of work here. I'm just not sure how the lane is.
Orianna's going to be big shockwave
is
could potentially set up a combo that way. They have a lot of Fortune, the Orianna, and to a lesser extent the Kasante here.
Which comp do you like more?
Amount of KT fans that are actually voting for their
have
team.
like a winning
the
top
other ones are busy trying to counteract the KT
have a winning
curse. They are putting all their channel points into HLE. And I see you, KT fans.
MF
I know that that's exactly what you're doing, and I absolutely respect it. Right now, though, HLE with a pretty nice looking composition.
Sides winning.
Rise has really been making whether it is another
yeah,
string to add to the
I
bow
personally
of
think
Zeka as far as his champion pool is
Hammerlife's
concerned.
comp is a bit better. Their comp has more of a theme, I would say, than KT's. I like the theme of Hammerlife's comp. The good thing for KT is they have Cassante, so it actually makes sense that the theme clashes like decent. What I mean by that is like they have Pantheon ult and Ryze ult for side lane with a Jax with a Sejuani. So they have a strong top jungle 2v2, and they have double global for it, and they have Varus on mid who can just sit there and clear waves. And KT's engage is pretty dog shit to stop Varus from standing in mid and queuing waves. All they have is Leona ult, that's it.
And I think that's absolutely perfect.
And they have Jax with 2 globals and a Sejuani, which is good. So I think like Hammerlife's comp, if Jax ahead is fucking strong. The bad news is Cassante can play the weak side pretty easily. It's very hard to just kill Cassante on tier 2. But I would still favor the Jax. Jax is fishing and he got no golden fish. Giving Varus over on match point is crazy though.
Even in CS,
I feel like I would much rather play versus Zeka Aurora than Viper Varus. I think Orianna should start pushing now. Push that bitch in. I think she just fucked up level 1. Here comes the Sejuani gank though.
So what he's looking to do.
Look at this gank mid. Oh my god, Sejuani Pantheon on his face.
Peter in position. Peanut's moving over.
I think they can win the 3v3 though.
Come on through as Peter makes a very
the Fury's super OP.
Cuz wanting to go by any
But he didn't get any potions. He's broke as what.
Unfortunately, of the target, probably not the one that was
fuck? Is she maxing Q?
Yeah. American sports
so Viper swapped again. I don't know why he has this obsession with swapping.
Couple of Qs in a row.
But Sejuani started bot side, right? Yeah, she did.
He only needs a couple more minions. This is so dangerous.
Oh, he didn't get the stun.
I don't know about that one though. As Zeus does hit that
if he got the stun, I think he would get his flash or kill him. So now they're top with Varus first, and they have top push, and their jungler's ending top, and grubs are in 30 seconds.
Then drops a biscuit.
So their setup for grubs is great, Hammerlife.
Or anything like that. So Cuz now moving in, gets stunned up, and my god, goes on target for now. Already,
Ryze ulted. Perfect drop waves, he's here.
As well, Peter. And they
wait,
dive
Zeka's
on
dead.
top of Zeka. He's
oh
just
my god.
KT,
baby.
Or to the dogs, or whatever they are. And now
Q3?
Perfect is
ooh, that Q3 was disgusting.
He's so strong, goes all out onto
the Sedge. Pantheon's dead.
Also targeting Delight as well. He's under 100.
Oh, they split a bit here. Zeus has a position.
Dives in. Can he be?
Oh, I think Perfect trolled the fight, maybe.
And it looks like he may just be. BDD now just trying to kite him as best he can.
Oh my god. I think Perfect trolled the fight.
Perfect slows him down with
it was such a free win for KT.
He's obviously got that counter strike.
I feel like if he just doesn't Cassante ult Sejuani to Narnia and just like lands a Q3 or just saves it, they will just kill Pantheon for free.
I don't think so either way.
The second he takes Sejuani out and the front line is gone. Also, I feel like that Q3 he shot he can just hold it for a bit longer. Like I like what he does here.
And then, you know, Perfect looks for the
Q gets here. Q3 is easy to hit, misses, and then he ults Sejuani out instead of just killing Pantheon. So Sejuani gets global taunts, MF and Cassante, and now their backline is like... Orianna is just fucked here.
Means that is just them biting off more than they can chew.
I think if they just played it a bit better, they could get away with so much more here, KT. And not lose much.
So now
MF could have stayed as well.
It was the very
so they swapped into Jax with grubs in 1 minute. Early swap. No one gives a fuck about Drake. It actually makes... Like, it's so good for KT. I feel like Hammerlife needs a base and match. I don't think Hammerlife or they can run 2 minutes. Hammerlife can't really do much into Cassante.
The fact that Perfect had
okay, MF goes mid, Orianna TP's mid.
Yeah, well, we know
Leona's alone top.
Soon, so right now
Jax
we're kind
top.
of at an even state. Zeus is going to grab a plate. We're grouped up on these grubs again.
Can maybe steal one with Varus, otherwise just give, and then they just hit towers or what? Nope, they're just fucking sending it. Nope, they're just fucking... Holy shit, this could be a good fight for Hammerlife. Wait, Leona flashed there or no? Why? Leona flashed in the... Oh my god, the Ryze ult got cancelled. Oh, and he pulls Zeka over. Oh, Zeka flashes in. What the fuck? Ooh, delight the doggies. Kill the doggies. That was a 2 for 2? That was a 2 for 2?
Not quite there. Man, that was a
I mean, Hammerlife got the grub. Hey, they got that grub. Bro, you ain't getting that fucking 4th grub, idiot. Just full send everything. Oh, that fight would be so much better for Hammerlife when they're all stacked up in the pit and Leona flashes in the pit. Like, watch Leona flash here. She's gonna flash to stun the Pantheon, I think. So everyone's stuck. They're 4-man stuck.
But look at Duckdom actually is able to cleanse and flash the wall here, and it puts a lot of damage.
Oh, that stun onto Zeus was good.
And yes, Zeka does come in and secure the kill, but dies doing so. It ends up being a pretty even trade here with the bleed a little bit.
This chat is, for some reason, this chat is praying for a Hammerlife downfall. Why? I guess you're just praying for a downfall of everyone. Caedrel downfall?
Both of them without teleport.
My downfall will come, chat. Could be tomorrow. Hopefully it's soon, someone writes. Bro, shut the fuck up. What do you mean, hopefully it's soon?
I mean,
first strike at 14 minutes.
Agree, though, as they are going to start this one up, and they have
any rise alters? He's not up.
Orianna ball control here in the choke.
Go on, Peanut, just send it.
Though.
Yeah. Cuz looking for a little bit of an engage opportunity. So is Peter.
Okay, that's an ult.
As the Glacial Prison goes wide,
that's a kill.
Leona is going to go down, and now Peanut looking for
that's
more.
A broken champ.
Okay,
one for Drake. I noticed that KT is bleeding waves every time they're trying to contest these objectives. That's keeping Hammerlife in a nice spot. Ooh, perfect. Leona's coming. Oh, the Q3.
Perfect, missing some cues, but
otherwise playing this
lane really well.
Zeus is using the Bounce Jack skin.
Low on health for this moment in time. 20 CS in the lead as the Cassante.
Okay, that was scary.
Yeah. Okay, as I was singing his praises,
there's the global on the sides.
That Perfect is dead. He goes all out. Let's see whether he can.
This is what the game needs to look like for. Oh my god.
Turret shot taken by
just
Zeus,
took his head off.
That, unfortunately, the teleport a little bit slow. Shockwave.
Oh, the Nafiri Orianna combo.
Looked like maybe he was in danger, but he commits the recall, which means they can't actually punish the initial play.
He's a bit frustrated about dying earlier and manages to nail the Q this time around. Doesn't have all out, so I think Zeka is going to survive because like this guy just does not do that much.
Why was he just dying?
He does do the damage. Perfect's like, I'm tanky.
Oh, Zeka, balls of steel. Actually, he didn't even have flash, Zeka. Zeka had no flash.
For that, you get him.
Peter can kill him.
Oh, Peter!
Managing to land the solar flare, and he's looking to tank this one up. One more turret shot is almost enough to kill him because, man, you lose Eclipse and Aftershock, and you're taking a big chunk, but calculated.
And Perfect doesn't keep his flash. As Peanut looks like he's just barely going to miss.
Oh my god, are they both going to get out? Well, no, Perfect is not. He does have all out now. As the smite comes in, but the
Cassante mains know that's not 100% necessary.
No, it's not what it's about. As now BDD could be in a little bit of trouble. Delight maybe going a little further than he needs to. BDD finding 2 with the shockwave, now trying to get out, but the counter strike.
The side lane plays are so fast by Hammerlife.
Comes in,
and they're so strong with these globals.
A bit of a fade away on that one from this turret.
Holy subdiff. I mean, the Pantheon pick actually like fits pretty well in their comp, doesn't it? I think grab trial was really high for Hammerlife, obviously, because we look at their champs. Rise Jacks.
Real.
They only got 3 though, and they lost Herald, and they're losing second Drake. They need to cook more on side lane. They need to keep cooking. They need like this. They need to like push into this. So who carries on KT? Well, I feel like their mid jungle is quite strong again. Oh, Shockwave? Wait, what the fuck? That Shockwave combo is nuts, but now they have no cancel. Oh, what? It wasn't that far. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, so Shockwave,
I think BDD has gapped Zeka in this series. I feel like Zeka and Peanut have been monster gapped this series. And Dogdam and Peter have also been monster gapped. Like the side lanes Hammerlife are stomping, but the mid jungle has been rough. Yeah, but that Renata game, like I feel bad for Delight because game 2 he can't play from draft, like he just can't play. Oh, get him, Peter!
It's Peter has a bit of a charge opportunity, breaks open the turret. And that is
I think they really need Zeus to start marinating that bot tier 2.
2 minutes on this Drake as well. That is going to be soul point, even though it's Chemtech, still going to be relevant.
A fight here is always good for KT. It pulls Jax away from bot.
Another shockwave connecting onto 2 because going down so low, he's going to need to go untargetable soon. And he just isn't going to be able to. That is going to be the rise.
No Sums MF.
Right on top of Docdom. Zeus, do they have the CC for him? That's the question. The answer is absolutely not. Peter,
I guess maybe just let Jax go bot. Keep that fucker away from us.
Actually demonstrating that, yeah, they're in...
I thought
Cuz just went way too deep. Cuz just sent it.
Was hard enough, but
Hammerlife should have this Drake as well.
The end of the
I feel like the MF is fucking useless.
Zeus wants more.
Oh dear. Docdom in a little bit of trouble here.
Zeus is so he's such a psychopath, but he has GA and he lives as well. Man, I really think if KT had Diable, it would be crazy.
The most phenomenal
Say
as
the
far
line.
as
I mean,
like
it's
score
unlosable
lines,
for
but he's
Hammerlife,
just
like,
been
that
in
is a fact.
side lanes. And now he's looking to fight BDD. Let's see whether Peter and Cuz are going to be enough to stop this
Zeus.
Jax from destroying them.
You
The
have all the
Armor comes
globals
in.
as well.
Delight
Here
now
it
finds
comes.
himself in
He's just
front
still
of
going.
3 people. BDD
Oh,
gonna
nice
get
Delight.
stabbed as the Pantheon is going to go down.
Up here from Hanwha,
God,
but
and
you
the
can
Fury
respect
champ
the
looks so
idea, just
schizo.
hard push. When Zeus isn't showing
Like,
up.
it's just so
Cuz
easy.
down to half health immediately. Permafrost not going to be doing too much there. As
No
Doctime, another Captain Jack. That's going to work out. Chains of Corruption again going wide. And Doctime actually some smooth footwork there.
Why did Zeus pop that ball? It just looked like he wanted to be involved.
But still, they're going to force Zeus to use his Zhonya's one more time. Peanut going aggressive, but it's Peter that goes down. Zeus tries to dive in. This guy is immortal.
Oh my God, the Divine Thunder procs are crazy.
Oh,
what? What? He lived! He lived!
It's actually impossible to
He
kill
got 4 Divine
HLE.
Thunder procs.
Now underneath turrets, BDD
What?
just respawned, it feels like, and
What?
is dead once
Yeah,
again.
we're never winning Worlds, it's
That's an
cooked.
ace, and the first
We're not
stand
winning
champs,
Worlds,
I
it's cooked.
think, are looking to win their first
It's cooked, we're
series
never winning
of
Worlds.
the LCK 2025.
No, we're never winning Worlds.
what
Only one
a
man can step up to
game
that.
From Zeus on the Jax. That,
Inta.
ladies and gentlemen, is your greatest top laner of all time, and he's not done yet.
Oh,
He's got one more structure to kill, Atlas.
And it's a Leona. Oh, wait, no, the Nexus. That's what you were talking about. That is going to go down. And Zeus going to have a bit of a stretch here before he
Oh,
prepares for
Zeus,
an
you are
interview,
psychotic.
perhaps.